Well, we're back. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue down that little spot while I sand a little bit. And then we're going to paint a little bit. And then stupid fill. Let's get all this shit out of the way. Yeah, we'll need that. So we'll leave that. I was looking this airplane over. It's coming out really nice. Much better finish than anything else I've done in a while. Okay, let's get a little epoxy mixed up. I need to dip the epoxy in on this right here. It's a little bit. I mean, I'm pretty sure Superfill would hold it, but I wanna make sure that it's glued on there. Maybe only 3/4 of an inch long. Yeah, we'll get another stick. When would you use Superfill versus Acryl Green? Superfill is to fill. Acryl Green is to fill tiny little specks the size of the head of a pin. That Acryl Green is super heavy. You don't want to use much of that. It's for paint imperfections, not for woodworking imperfections. If that makes sense. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stand this up like so. You can't even see what I'm doing. I need a cameraman. There we go. It's downhill from here. We're not taking any weight off anywhere. It's all going on. Okay, I got to hold this for 5 minutes. That's why, these live streams, they can't be that exciting because there's a lot of waiting and sanding. I don't see how sanding is exciting, but the sanding videos do rather well. Okay, there, that's glued on there. What the hell's that? Shit, there's a booger of epoxy on there. I mean, not that I can't get it off, it just makes it hard spot to sand. I don't know how that happened. Let's see if we can rub it off. Come on. Nope. We're gonna have to sand it. Oh, well, I'll get it when I prime it. That's the 800. There it is. There it is. It's almost good enough that I can set it level. And then we're going to paint this. I'm going to scuff it a little bit more with 180. And then we're going to paint this. Then I'll superfill it. Yeah, I guess we can set it down. I need to get another roll of paper towels. These Scott towels are the best paint towels out there. You want to know how? Yeah, I know they're good. You can clean your glasses without scratching them. Well, if you want to strengthen the center section, which I don't think there's any need for it, I have no idea why you'd want to do that, but I would use 3/4 ounce glass cloth and Z-epoxy finishing resin. Carbon veil offers no strength. Nothing. Okay, we got that off. That's good. It was on the nose. That would have been kind of a disaster. The only way carbon veil offers any strength is if you have a piece of wood here, then you put carbon veil in there and you glue a piece of wood together on top of it, sandwich it in between. That's it. If you dope it on over the top, it'll harden the wood up, but it offers no strength. And if you want to know my honest opinion, if you just glue two pieces of wood together with Z-epoxy, it's just about as strong as with carbon veil. The only thing carbon veil does is hold the glue. Because I did one airplane here recently. I didn't have any veil. I used 3/4 ounce glass cloth. The 16th inch sheet is porous and wimpy. Well, put some half, 3/4 or half ounce cloth on it, I guess. The problem when you start doing that is that you go, well, we'll just add a little here and a little there and a little here and a little there, and pretty soon the airplane's overweight. So it's not a good idea to do. Well, that turned out good there. That will have attached that canopy good. So let's get some 180 here. That's 320. 180. So we got a good bond around there. Okay. Let's get some white paint and the hairbrush. This airbrush I'm using, the Iwata Eclipse, can be found in the link below in the more section. I'm only going to put in there stuff that I use that I recommend. They want me to recommend, look for different products and this. I'm not going to do that. Somebody said, well, recommend that. No. I have to have used it and like it. Otherwise, no. Oh, there it is. So I might have to compress here. We'll see how it goes. We shall see. Well, that kind of works. Important step. If you don't do this, you'll be able to see the superfill from the inside of the canopy. So you put the first white on the bottom so you can't see the glue. And then the second white on the outside so you can't see the blue from the inside. I got to get that out of there too. I forgot. Out of paint. Out of paint. I got a glue spot right here I'm going to grind out before I put the superfill in it. That's going to do it. Okay, that's that. We won't be spraying tonight, so it don't matter. I would say it's probably going to take me 10 hours to mold this canopy in perfectly. You know, it's all hinges on what do you want. The bad thing is you can shoot for the front row and not make it. Just the way it goes. It's hard to do. A lot of good builders in the country. Okay, I wonder if this will do it. We need to grind off these epoxy spots. Yeah, they're looking at everything. They're looking at everything. There's a whole lot more to painting than just spraying it out. This painting is sanding it. I can't explain it enough. You gotta sand. Normally, you sheet the wing or you cover the wing before you install it. And the silk span going over the top of that sheeting is plenty strong to hold that thing together. Finish the wing before you put it in the fuselage. That's normally. But if you did it the old way and you got it in the wing now, just run the silk span right up to the fuselage and finish it out and don't worry about it. It's only a twister first off, and you haven't been flying for 50 years. There's probably going to be some mistakes, some oopsies. So I wouldn't worry about getting too good a finish on it. All right. Let's see how that did now. Oh, yeah. That helped a lot. That helped a lot. And never let anybody pick up your airplane by the canopy. I've seen that done. I'd hit somebody if they did that to my airplane. That's an epoxy booger. Do you have to do this? No. But epoxy is rubberized. And we're going to sand all that in. And if it's sticking up, when I sand it in, it will stick through the Z epoxy. It'll be hard, then rubber, then hard. And can you do it? Yeah. It makes it easier if you don't have to do it. I think I'm going to just take a brush and brush that instead of spraying it. We're about ready to put the Z epoxy on it. So I got this paint here. Paint and a brush. This brush is ultra cheap. Went to the store today after the first show. I told him we needed to go to the grocery store and get some food. Decided to stop at Lowe's and see if they had a snow shovel. Ha! No snow shovel. How about a flat shovel? Nope, no shovels whatsoever. I had to dig out my car. It was about a foot buried. But I don't think we're going to get any more this week, so. Then on the way to the store, everybody gets to the four-way stop, and everybody's sitting there looking at each other. I mean, it's like they forget how to drive in snow. Morons. You got people walking down the middle of the street because they can't, there's no sidewalk. It's ridiculous. Welcome to the loo. Remember, this is the stuff right here. Not quite as good as DC 540, but I'm going to buy a couple of cases of it before it goes out of business or they change the formula. Contains methyl ketone, acetone, hydrocarbons, ethylbenzene, xylene, p-xylene, and butyl acetate and ethyl acetate. That's all the good shit that makes it work. And then they Californize it and turn it into water. Crap. That's what happened to DC 540. And the sad thing is, I asked that lady, I hope you're not ever going to change the formula. That was the best stuff. That was only $2.50 a can. Then I turned it on to everybody, and everybody started buying it. And that's when they changed the formula. But I'm going to get 2 cases of this. 24 cans. Somehow. As long as you sand it all off, it don't add much weight because it's not thick, not a thick, goopy primer. All right, so now we got that done, and next thing that comes up is the stupid fill. Stupid fill, where are you? There's that part. Yeah. I got this part. Where's the other part? I know I had it because I had it today. Where is the blue part? I just had it in my hand. I can't find the shit. Oh, there it is, sitting on the saw. I hide it for myself. Okay. Stupid Phil. Gonna be time for some more of this. Get it till it goes. Get it before it goes up to $100 a quart. For you guys that were in it and old enough to remember, shit, now I can't remember what the name of it was. Crap. I just had it on the tip of my tongue and now it's gone. What the hell was that brown shit called? Now I can't remember. I just had it. Anyway, I was pretty good with it. And it was rock hard, boy. Cat pee. I think the curing agent in this, let me see, it's got to be ammonia. Do not inhale. Yeah. Poison center, poison. Here we go. Contains party. No. Oh, there we go. Triethylmethyl phenol, whatever that is, probably ammonia. This product contains one or more chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects and other reproductive harm. Yeah, I'd have to get the MSDS on this, but it smells like cat piss. I think it's ammonia. And it's not a science project. You just eyeball it 2-to-1 approximately. I'll hear people say, "You can't do that." See, I got that much of the hardener, the white, and that much of the blue. Approximately 2-to-1. I love it when people say, "You can't do that." They've been doing it like that for over 50 years, so epoxylite fillets. I never put microbloons in it either. I just use it straight out of the wahoo. And I had good success with it, but it was difficult to work with. You better be on the ball to do that shit. A lot of guys use epoxy on microbloons, but I never could make it work. I think we're going to get our spreaders that Terry recommended. I should put that in there. I got these from the Bay. Got it from the Bay. One nice thing about working with superfill is you're not in a big time constraint. I mean, if you get there, it gets done when it gets done. Got plenty of working time. You know what? I think that's too big. We think it's too big. There we go. Let's do this one. No, small one. They don't want to add a whole lot of shit to this. Just a little. Except this ain't no good. I'll try the big one. Maybe I was right the first time. Plenty of working time. Shit, make running diamonds, make it look like a well down there. Hope I can get this. I only want to do this once. I don't want to do 2 or 3 superfill coats. Okay, that's pretty blotchy, but we'll get it smoothed out here in a minute. How the appearance points judged? Well, 10 through 20, and they put them in rows. And in order to win the concourse, you got to be on the front row. It doesn't mean you're going to get 20 points. You know, they might only have 19-point airplanes there that year. It's all subjective. I can see this is going to be a big babysitting job. And no, we won't last the whole babysitting time because it'll be an hour or so before it's ready to be smooth. Let me zoom in. I can get a little better idea what I'm doing. No, not necessarily. I was told by Jim Lynch one time, an airplane with nothing on it that's done absolutely perfect will score higher than an airplane with a bunch of shit on it that's not perfect. So the trick is to make one moderately complex and perfect. Or as close to perfect as you can get. And like I say, just because you're on the front row, that doesn't mean you're going to win the concourse. That's voted on by everybody. You know, you got to have an airplane that's appealing to everybody. It's a hard thing to do. But if it wasn't hard, everybody'd do it. There's a lot of good builders in the country. Well, there's 20 anyway. It's too loose right now to shape. I got to wait for it to firm up so I can shape it. And then, of course, sand it and prime it and all that business. That's pretty good. I guess it was in the right angle for that. And that turned out nice. Get rid of this. That turned out good. I wonder if I turn that around to the other side, if I can do the same. Get the razor blade. Take that off. When I taught John how I do these canopies, his shit improved 100%. So this is the best way to do it that I know of. There might be a better way, but it'll probably be more complicated than this. And I don't like complicated. I like easy. I think, let me turn this way. I think if I get my finger at the right angle, I can smooth that side out as good as this side. There you go. Can't get on it. That stab is in the way. I'm just gonna have to sand. Sando. Wonder if I turn it the other way so I can get on that side of the stab. That's pretty good. And we need that razor blade to scrape that excess off. And that's going to wrap this video up. We'll let it dry. Probably 1 o'clock tonight I'll be sanding on it. Razor blade. The install came out good. That added 1.5 ounces to the airplane. That's the only problem. Not the super fill, but the pilot, the canopy, and the seat. It's about 1.5 ounces. No good. But what are you going to do? But if he's in there, he's going to have to look good. You don't want a piece of crap in there. And tonight, what I'll do is when it stiffens up some more, I'll come back with some more alcohol and smooth it out. So I got less sanding to do. But probably around 1 o'clock tonight. No, it'll be 12 o'clock tonight. This is 8. It'll be probably setting up enough that I can sand it with 180. We'll sand it with 180, and I'll shoot primer around this whole spot, and then sand it again. And ever how many coats of primer it takes, but I want to get this tape off of here tonight. So this needs to get done. And then we'll add the tape back on when we're ready to paint there. Came out good. I'm happy. Happy. Any questions? I've demonstrated everything I know how to do. And after that's primed, sanded and primed, the whole airplane gets sanded again with 800 or 1,000 grit sandpaper. And then we're going to put probably 70% thinner over the whole thing, 70, 30, white thinner, and lock everything down again. I got some spots here where I sanded the tips. They didn't look quite right, so I re-sanded them. I'll shoot a little bit of primer on it, airbrush a little white on it. The only thing I'm giving up is weight, you know. All this little fiddle farting means the airplane's going to be heavier. but she'll be a beauty. I like the lines of it. Really nice. Really nice, I think. Okay. We did it in an hour. No questions. Now back to the Friday night hangout. If someone would like to see it continue, the Friday night hangout, you need to step up and volunteer for it. You cannot play music on any of my channels either. That's a sure way to get you kicked off YouTube. Ask Wendy, he knows. Alrighty, like, subscribe, share. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know, possibly tonight even. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. How do they go about it? Do you start? They just take points off? Yes, that's how the scoring system works. You start with a perfect score and you're deducted for the mistakes. And trust me, in some of these airplanes, there are a lot of mistakes. You can't just take a turd, a rock, and spray shine on it and expect it to be on the front row. The woodwork has to be perfect. The alignment has to be perfect. The ink work, the graphics, everything has to be perfect. And it has to be appealing, you know. Could be perfect and not very appealing. That turned out real good. I'm real happy with it. It looks like it's going to do the trick. All right. Like, subscribe, share. See you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.